Hey everyone, my name is Karan Kashyap and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Posh. Posh is a conversational AI platform company. We were founded out of the MIT AI lab last year, and we focus on context-aware conversational AI, basically putting memory into conversational sessions with the bot. And today we're focusing mostly on the banking and credit union market. So we work with a number of US credit unions today. These are some of the largest credit unions in the country, and we're making some great traction in the space. So the goal for our technology is, how can we reduce calls in call centers? This is a problem that really is shared across every industry, but we chose, the credit union market as a very strategic beachhead to start with. So from us, our goal is to basically pull on two levers at the same time. So one lever is to reduce the call volume, but we don't want to reduce call volume at the expense of, member engagement or customer experience. So the problem with conversational AI typically has been, it's a great opportunity to use automation and cost reduction, but typically, bots don't work so well, and it causes some gripe with customers. So one of the biggest reasons why bots haven't worked so well is because of the problem of context understanding. So if you use Siri or Alexa today, which I'm sure you guys have used, you might notice that it doesn't do a great job of actually remembering what you've said in the past. So you might say something now, but you might say it in respect of what you might have said in the past, and you usually get things like, I don't know, or I don't understand. So one of the biggest pain points for us was, how do we implement context understanding in a way that's tractable for the developer of the bot. Today, you can build in context understanding into chatbots with the form of a state machine, but the more complex a bot gets, the more exponentially complex your state machine gets too. So, why is context management really important? Here's an example in the banking space of a conversation that doesn't go so well with existing platforms. So even platforms like Dialogflow that, is one of the leading enterprise bot platforms that was developed by Google, still struggles with what we call, two-degree context understanding. Basically, the ability for a bot to remember not just the prior input, but, anything more than that in the past. So, on the user on the left is asking to make a transfer, switches the topic to ask about an account balance, and then comes back to making a transfer. You see that the bot doesn't understand because when it comes to the last input from the user, it actually has forgotten that a transfer was happening in the first place. So this is a very simple interaction. A transfer happens, hundreds of thousands of times in banking interactions. And even the most enterprise production-grade bots today struggle with what we call topic switching, or the term we created was contextual multi-threading. So we developed our own platform built around this idea of context management. The technology we actually developed during our time at MIT. We came out of NLP and speech research lab. And we developed a full enterprise-grade platform around this idea of context understanding. So we've developed the ability to integrate with third-party API services so that our bot isn't only answering questions, but can actually integrate with RPA workflows and actually execute processes through the bot. But we're also supporting both cloud and on-premise integration, which is actually very important for financial services industry, where because they're security conscious, there's usually a mix of cloud-based hosting as well as some on-premise requirements as well. We're also focusing on a truly omni-channel experience. We want to make sure that our bots are not only being served on a voice channel or a messaging channel, but really across all of the channels that members today would use our technology or use any technology. So the other aspect of our platform is to actually give quantified metrics. So we have our own bot analytics dashboard that we've built out that actually gives you measurable insights into not only how the bot is doing, but what your member base or customer base is actually asking about. Today in banks, they have a lot of legacy IVR systems, but they don't get any insights as to what are the exact pain points or questions that their members are asking about, which is actually really valuable for the call center managers. And we've also built out our own live chat tool. So in the event that our bot is unable to answer a question or designed not to answer a question, we have the ability to hand off to a live agent on any of the channels that we're catering to today, especially across different messaging platforms, for example. So the UFirst program has been really awesome for us throughout the summer. We have a few wins here in terms of actual growth and traction. Another win from us, a very legitimate win, was we won the Gold Award at Mass Challenge FinTech in June. So we're really proud about that, and we have some people from there today here. So hey guys. Besides that, we've had some significant growth. We've been able to double our headcount primarily on the engineering side. We have our first production launch happening next week with our telephone-based bot product. And this has already been prepaid for by about a dozen credit unions. So instead of raising a seed round traditionally, we raised a round through customer prepayments for our product. So about $1.5 million of that in hand is a small fraction of what they're ultimately going to be paying over 3-year committed contracts. So yeah, we're growing. It's been fun, awesome experience for the summer. We're hiring engineers primarily in back-end, front-end, and machine learning NLP. We're trying to get to about 15, 16 people end of the year. We're about 12 right now. And yeah, things are looking good. Thank you.